bro. How you feeling, man?
Fucking cold, man. It's snowing. It's fucking snowing here. It's supposed to get like 5 to 8 inches tonight.
Filthy.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Filth.
I was kind of looking forward to just a little bit of the winter, but I'm already over it. It's not even It's not even winter.
Oh, bro. I know. I hate this time of the year, weather-wise. It's what, mid-November. It's already snowing trash.
Yeah, fucking. I mean, if you like the Farmer's Almanac, they're normally kind of on point with their predictions.
Mm-hmm.
How the season's going to be. And right now they're saying we're supposed to have a lot of snow, and it's gonna be cold.
Filth.
Like, I mean, the past couple years down here, fuck, dude, it's been like 60 degrees on Christmas. So
yeah.
it was bound to happen one of these years.
I need global warming to be more efficient for everybody.
Yeah, right.
God damn. El Nino.
It's all the government, man.
You said they're making it happen to pulling strings.
Yeah, they're pulling. It's that weather shit they got going on, man. They control it all, bud.
Shit, man. El Nino.
I don't know why I just thought it was like there was some dude that came in the restaurant. There was some guy that came in the restaurant. This happened this is a while ago, but he was waiting on his food. Some old fucking weird guy. And he starts just going off about conspiracy theories.
Yo.
Just to random people, just to other customers.
Yeah.
You need to go home. Bush did 9/11. Better watch that movie on the internet. He did it.
On the internet. Go home. Clyde, we're sick of your shit, man.
Yeah, get out of here, Clyde. Go home.
That's crazy, man. That is funny.
Hey, how you doing, man?
I feel alright, man. Transitioning with the new roommate, getting that situation set.
How's that going?
I mean, it's cool, man. This is only technically day 3. I ain't even see her yesterday at all. She brought a washer and dryer, which is mad efficient.
Nice.
So
you live
on one more time.
You live on the first floor or second floor or what?
I live on the 3rd floor.
Oh, God.
You know what? I didn't even think about that. I saw the dolly in my dining room. I was like, oh, yeah, they brought the washer and dryer. But, they had to pull that up. Mad flights of stairs.
Oh, they did that. Okay.
Oh, I didn't do
shit.
I was asleep. And I complimented her because I was mad asleep when they brought it in. They brought in a whole washer and dryer without me noticing. I was mad asleep.
That's what's up.
So, I ain't mad at it, man. It should be cool. She brought her dog. He's a big old sweetie.
Gonna buy some internets?
I don't know, man. I'm doing really well with this stolen internet right now.
True. Might as well keep that.
It's mad. It's been very efficient right now. I have to talk to her about it. We'll have to see how it goes, man. I got a feeling though. So we're pretty different, me and her.
Yeah, I know her. I used to work with her, bro.
Yeah. So the thing is, I mean, I'm not like fitness freak, but I don't really drink too. I don't really drink too often. And I got a feeling I got a feeling she'll be drinking a little more than me, for one. The thing is, too, I want to speak carefully. Okay, well, I told her I was recording tonight with you, and she was like, "Yeah, well, I'll have to check it out sometime, right?"
Yeah.
And so if she's listening, and if anyone's listening, this is just the life I live. She had offered me. This is how I know we're that kind of different. You know how people can offer you stuff, and you be like, "Nah, I'm cool, but thanks."
Yeah.
I got there's gonna be a lot of that. She offered me, and bless her heart, she didn't know. She doesn't know. She offered me a Mountain Dew and or a Red Bull.
Your fucking fridge is about to be packed full of Mountain Dews, bro.
Bruh. Bruh.
Bro, you're gonna wake up one night like thirsty as fuck and wander to the fridge, and you're gonna sip on some of that nectar.
Some of that nectar. Bruh. Right before I hopped up on here, I told Brandon the same story. He was like, yo, Ren had me cracking up talking about Baja Blast only found in Taco Bell.
I think they did a limited run where they sold it in stores, but they got that shit out of there.
Yo, Taco Bell got the exclusive rights to Baja Blast Mountain Dew.
Shit, man, I know every time I Taco Bell, that's the only thing I'm getting to drink.
This is Baja Blast. The Baja Blast? Dude, Mountain Dew is trash, man. No offense to anybody. You know how
Yeah, I mean, like, I never really hung out with her too much.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, whenever you sent me that name, I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah. Bro, the paths we take, man.
Yeah, no shit.
The paths we take is so wild. It's so wild. And it's cool, man. I mean, a familiar face is cool. Like, it's fine. It should work out. There's this thing, though, man. And it's... it's a thing that just guys mainly do. Women to an extent, but guys mainly do this. So, I told a couple of my guys that new roommate's moving in. Told them that it's a woman. And the talk instantly goes to, oh, I'm gonna check back in 3-4 weeks. Let me know how the pussy was. I'm like, yo, like, what the fuck, man? No new male friends.
I mean, like, bro, you know that was what was gonna be asked.
Damn, no. Like, I don't know. I've lived with a woman before. It wasn't just us two. It was two guys and a woman. But I've lived with a woman before.
I have too. Only for a couple months.
Yeah, I lived with her for a year. It just wasn't that. Sometimes it ain't gotta be that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just
roommates.
Yeah, like she needed a place to lay her head, and I needed somebody to come up with the rent.
Different things.
Say what?
Oh, dude, like, I know, like, that question did get brought up a couple times whenever I was roommates with this chick.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, "Are you hitting yet?" And it was like, "No, like, no, I'm not." I mean,
like,
what do you want me to say?
Cass is crazy, man. I got 6 months left on this lease, and I'm really trying to let this be, like, my last roommate ever. Roommate life. Look, man, people will let you down, okay?
Oh, yeah.
People will let you down. So... I don't need no complications.
No. I got it pretty easy right now with my roommate. I mean, like, he's been gone since August, but he still pays his half of the bills.
There it goes. There it goes. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah. Get a crib with one of White County's finest. Right. Get you a crib with one of White County's finest and see how quick people ask if you smashing that white out.
No.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So.
No, I wouldn't even want. I don't like. Yeah, I don't even hang out with motherfuckers down here, really. Like, so.
I feel you. I really don't either, man. I got a couple buddies. I ain't been out in the streets since. I couldn't tell you last time I was actually out in the streets, man.
Last time I was out in these streets was not this October, but last October.
A year ago, October. That's wild.
Yeah.
What y'all do? Y'all went to the local Walmart parking lot?
But no, it was Corn Day.
It was. It was Corn Day. So matter of factly.
It's the annual Corn Day festival.
The annual Corn Day festival.
They got a couple carnival rides downtown. They got the thing where you can pay $5 to $10 to take your best shot at a beat up car with a sledgehammer. You know, hell.
Oh my goodness. Hell, bud.
A lot of hells and a lot of buds going on.
Line up. Take your best shot.
Your best swing, buddy.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
I got fucking just super blacked out. Don't even like fucking like. We were all camping that weekend. I didn't make it back out at the campsite. Had my mom come pick me up.
Oh man!
Party. I went to a party. Don't even know who the fuck it was. Couldn't find who I came with. So I'm like, I gotta get the fuck up out of here. And woke up at like 3 in the afternoon the next day, and like there was like throw up on my floor. My dad was already home from camping. He was like, "Yeah, I already tore down your campsite back there. You gotta go out there and get your car."
Filthy. He said, "Yeah, I tore down your campsite. It's all good. Don't trip." Oh, that's filth. You remember that time? It was after I left the city. I came back for Polar Bear and kicked it with you that first night, and never made it off your couch the next day.
Oh yeah. I do remember that,
bruh. Look, man, I was towed down, bro.
It's coming up.
I never. No, I've done my last Polar Bear. My last Polar Bear. Yeah, bro. I never felt like what I felt that day.
Man, I don't know how we survived a couple of them polar bears. I know a couple people didn't.
Shit. Hey, yo, facts. You remember that year Homeboy lost his leg?
I was just about to say that shit, and it was on Friday night. It wasn't even Polar Bear. It wasn't even
Polar Bear. Polar Bear hadn't even started yet. He jumping train trying to get the party started.
Dude, he got his leg cut off, man. Fucking, he tried to. I guess I heard multiple stories about this shit, and take his leg with him. Like he wasn't even tripping. He was just like in shock.
My man made him.
He wasn't even.
See, I've heard of that happening. Like the shock of it all, you don't feel the pain.
Yeah.
It's the nerves are gone so quickly. It's like, oh shit, my leg's gone. Yeah,
severed.
Yeah. Like in the war movies, and when someone gets a leg literally blown off, like it's not. Yeah. It's not an instant recognition of the pain. It's shock, and you kind of realize it later.
Like I seen a fucking video. Like it had to be in some fucked up state. I don't even know where the fuck it was. Some back or some shit. There was vacation going on, and this dude goes and gets the fucking shotgun out of his truck, and shoots this motherfucker's. Basically, shoots his fucking hand off.
Oh man,
geez. And this dude just he's still saying he just puts his arm up to his hand, his face and shit, and just all looking at it fucking the bad guy in T2. Whenever he gets his shit blown off, he just picks it up and looks at it you don't even know what the fuck's going on. Bruh. Yeah, that shock shit is.
That shit is wild. Yeah.
I can't believe they took the washer and dryer all the way up them stairs,
bro. That's diligence.
It's like a winding stairs too. I'm guessing if you're on the 3rd floor, kind of.
There's 2 sets of stairs, so you can go up to the 2nd floor, walk across the 2nd floor, and then go up another set of stairs. That's how I usually walk in and get home. But still, with the dolly.
Yeah, they're crazy. At least you got one now.
Yeah. And the thing is, my washer and dryer is literally, right by my crib. So I didn't have to go far, but now I ain't gotta pay. So, yeah. So now it's even closer and mad cheaper.
So what are you doing next Wednesday?
So there's a concert here in town that I want to go to. I've seen this band twice. Once. No, I've seen them 3 times. It was this. So it was one time in the hometown and one time here a year ago, and they get it in, man. It's like this funk soul band. They be jamming, bro. They be jamming. I think half of the group is from here. Other half of the group is from a city nearby.
That's always cool for a homecoming show.
Absolutely. So,
speaking of funk, there's a well, it's the 2nd season. Have you heard about that show, Tales from the Tour Bus?
I have not.
Okay, well, the 1st season, the show, King of the Hill, Beavis and Butthead.
Of course.
The guy that did that, Mike Judge, he does this show, and it's all in cartoon. And the first season was on outlaw country musicians, and it's all of their friends go back and tell stories about them back in the day. And you can imagine just how wild this shit is. The second season's on funk, and I think the first episode was on George Clinton. Mike was telling me about it.
Oh,
he said, "Dude, this motherfucker was just smoking a bunch of crack and eating a bunch of acid, and now he's talking about some chick blowing fucking smoke rings out of her butthole."
What the fuck? Of all places.
Yeah, smoke rings out of the butthole.
Butthole rings is crazy.
Butthole.
I'm trying to be an adult, but I'm not gonna front. The word butthole is funny.
There's a fucking
like just saying it by itself is funny. I'm not gonna dwell on it, but
you're gonna dwell on that.
Wasn't there an old band? Wasn't there a band called the Butthole Surfers?
Yeah, there was.
Oh my god!
Back in the '80s. There was an episode on of Eastbound and Down. My guy Kenny Powers.
Yeah.
He's talking some shit or whatever. You know how he talks shit, and like, why don't you shove the whole thing up your butthole? And this older lady's like, you don't need to be swearing. He just says butthole, butthole, butthole.
We are juveniles.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm gonna laugh at fucking dick and fart and butthole jokes until the day I die, man.
That's what makes you, man. You a legend out here, man. Bobby the Big Ren Heenan.
Hey. Oh man, yeah, that was funny.
Oh man, I think we really got no other place to go, man. I want to thank y'all for pressing play on episode 22 of the Hard Camera. Episode 22, Survivor Series. This marks the 1-year anniversary of us starting this show.
It's
been it went by quick. You know? It went by quick, man. It went by really fast. We knocked out 22 episodes in 1 year with our pretty steady schedule. At first, we stuck to just the pay-per-views. This is back when the brand split was going on. Stuck to just the pay-per-views, and then when they merged back together, we decided to do the recap of the pay-per-view, and so we expanded that way just to keep some consistent content. And yeah, like I said, man, that year went by quick, dog.
Yeah, man, I thought 2018 was crazy. And I'm already seeing shit advertised for 2019. It's like, god damn, man, slow the fuck down.
Hey, which means we're gonna be right on top of it, man, bringing you what we can only bring you. The dynamic we bring, the fun we have doing it. So,
hell yeah,
steady build, dog. Let them know how they can reach you on social media.
All right, yeah, you guys can find me on Instagram at @motherfucker, and you can find me on Twitter at KingMoth, and you can also find me on Snapchat at MoffedUp316.
Factuals, the actual factuals. Hit me on Twitter at Juvie Desayuno, JUVIDSAYUNO. Hit me on the Instagrams at Juvie Desayuno, JUVIDSAYUNO. Check out the crack Twitter staff on Twitter at MixCloudJuvie. They'll hit you with the live commentary, they'll hit you with the witticisms, and they keep our records, which we'll get to in a little bit as well. And of course, check out the Facebook.com/Juve page. You'll hit the articles. You can see the content. You see what makes me me, or at least a bit of me, part of me. So
they don't want to know
that. They probably don't. They probably don't. You're the guy they love, and I'm cool with that because that's why I do this. You're the guy that they love.
Thank you. Love all you motherfuckers too.
No doubt. Like, I know what our dynamic is. Like, I know what this is. I'm the straight man. I'm the analytical straight man. I can get it in on the jokes, but you're the personality.
The big guy.
The big guy. You're the lovable guy. Like we provide it all. We really provide it all. So
we're pretty rounded on most of our shit. Like we do really touch on every different corner of
absolutely,
everything.
Absolutely, man. There's nobody else I can picture doing this with, man. So
me either,
much
man.
love
Me
to
and
you.
Miko.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna make a vulgar anniversary joke. I think I'm gonna just leave that on the table. So,
you know I love dick fart and butthole jokes. I mean, hell,
it's all good. It was probably gonna involve dick somehow. I think I'm gonna leave it on the table though. Happy anniversary to you, dog. I got my big mug of Bud Light in the air.
Got my skull glass of Jimmy Beam in the air.
Yeah, so I think this is a perfect time for an Air 5. No doubt, Brody. No doubt, man. So, not only in commemoration of the 1-year anniversary, but because the timing just worked out perfectly, this is a super jam-packed show, man. Because of course we're going to work through the Survivor Series card, but we also gonna tackle the NXT WarGames card, dog.
Oh yeah, I don't know if they're ready for it,
bruh. I don't know if I'm ready for it.
Yeah,
right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, before we get into that, this is the perfect time to remind y'all of how we've been doing thus far since we started taking records. Big Ren, out of 46 possible matches, you have predicted 25 of them correctly at 54.35%. Myself, your boy, out of 46 matches, I predicted 30 correctly at 65.22%.
It's only 5 points. I'm only 5 matches down.
It's only 5 down, dog. It's only 5 down. And this one here, we've got 13 matches. We are going to count. Nope, sorry, not 13. 12 matches. Sorry. We're going to count all 12 matches. So this is it's a good time to make up some room, man. If you're looking to make up some room, dog.
I'm hungry, man.
No doubt. No doubt, man. Coming up this Saturday, the night before Survivor Series, is NXT WarGames II. Now, we always talk about how the WWE is a TV show about wrestling. NXT is a wrestling show on TV. How you feel about WarGames 2 coming up, Brody?
Fucking stoked. Really stoked. I mean, I just got all the way caught up, just fucking straight binge watch.
Yeah.
From, I think, the September 4th show of NXT.
Gotcha. Yeah.
All the way up until tonight's. And I just got done finishing tonight's probably 30, 40 minutes ago.
Facts.
I'm hyped, man. I'm really looking forward to it.
I really am.
I'm just very surprised of how much shit they can cram into 1 hour. Even there's only 3 or 4 matches, maybe an hour. But yeah, my God, they get it in.
It's such an efficient hour of storytelling.
Yeah.
Like, even if there's no new progression for any given story each week, they keep you up to date on what's going on overall while still progressing something else. They always got certain vines growing. It is there's no wasted time in that hour. They use it so well.
I gotta agree with you on that. It's just pretty insane how they do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, considering everything else that's on TV, I mean, SmackDown and Raw, you know.
Yeah.
And then you can watch NXT, and it's like, wow.
Night and day.
Yeah, night and day, 100%.
Night and day. This NXT takeover event, so usually we get the 5-match card. This one's a little bit condensed into 4 matches, one being a 2 out of 3 falls match. This entire card, it's even like I said, it's a 4-match card instead of the 5. This card is stacked still.
Yeah,
it's still stacked. Like 4 matches, which will probably take 2.5 hours or so. Stacked, bro.
After 3.
Which means every match on the card is going to get a sufficient amount of time to tell their story, to work through it. That crowd is going to be geeked. It's going to be at the Staples Center with a smart crowd, a smart NXT crowd over in LA. I'm geeked, man. I'm geeked.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my buddy that lives over there to go to that shit because I guess I gave him my fucking network information a while back, and his dad's been watching fucking wrestling like on the reg. So
Right.
he's dead.
Bro, I might start taxing dudes for my network credentials, man. I think like 3 cats got my stuff, man. 2-3 cats.
If that shit goes up in price, fuck yeah.
Bruh, taxing. This cat's I ain't hear from in months. So I'm like, hey man, what's the password again?
I was gonna ask that shit, dude. I got a couple of them too. I'll look at it, click them on red.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm gonna just start typing red at 1036.
Probably the same people. At least a couple.
Right. I love y'all, but I gotta chuck up that 250, man.
Yeah.
Chuck up that 250. I'm saying, man, golly, these subscriptions ain't free, man. Shit costly.
It's adding up.
Cause it ain't just the wallet, man. It's my heart.
My heart, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ventricles and atriums out here just hearting. Oh, man. Let's get into the card, man. Let's start strongly. Let's start with the 2 out of 3 falls match, man. We've got Kairi Sane, who is invoking her rematch clause against the NXT Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler. What you thinking about it, man? I know you've like I said, binge watching. We saw them at Evolution get it in, put in a great performance. What you thinking about this upcoming match?
I think it's gonna be dope. I mean, I had to actually, I actually changed my pick after I watched tonight's NXT.
Okay, the video package had you changing your mind.
Yeah, because I remember the match Evolution and shit, but I didn't remember that fucking Shayna Baszler, whatever, her chicks basically got her the win.
Her friends got involved. Okay.
Yeah, and that right there just kind of made me just like, nah. I don't know. I'm still on the fence with this one really hard. But at first I picked Baszler, and I switched it, man.
Going with Kairi Sane.
Yeah.
So we get a new women's champion, two-time. I'm trying to think back to how the feud went. So Mae Young Classic, Kairi Sane won. Shayna Baszler won on NXT TV. Kairi Sane won the championship at, I believe it was TakeOver Brooklyn. And then Baszler won it back at Evolution. So they're 2-2. And then this is number 5, which would be the 2 out of 3 falls match. This one really is a hard one to pick.
Yeah.
Because I hear you as far as Baszler's not going to have her friends. This is a really hard one to pick. I'm going to go with Shayna Baszler.
Really?
I'm going to go with Baszler because I think there is a story to tell with her buddies that came, Schaffer and Duke.
I'm going to be pissed if I went back on my decision and lost.
Right. I'm trying to think about you know what? The women's division is stacked in NXT. I'm trying to think about the potential challengers on both sides. There's Bianca Belair, who's still undefeated.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, Bianca Belair. There's Lacey Evans, who is, she's getting it. Oh man, Lacey Evans and Kairi Sane is man. I'm not gonna change my pick, but that's a tough one. I'm going to stick with Shayna Baszler, but Lacey Evans is on the rise. Bianca Belair is still undefeated. Mia Yim, who else is there? Yeah, just got there. They've got a stacked roster as far as the women's roster goes. I'm going to stick with Shayna Baszler. Maybe they've got a story to tell as far as her friends, Duke and Schaffer. Kairi Sane, I don't know if I see her being called up just yet, but I mean, this is a definitive feud ender, and these kind of things you kind of tend to see someone being called up after that. I'm not sure where we go, but
well, I mean, I don't if it's a definitive ender and somebody's getting called up after this, you already know it's not going to be Kairi Sane.
Do you think someone's going to be called up after this?
No. I mean, that's what you just said. Right. I mean, there's always a possibility. And no, I mean, I don't think Kairi Sane's going to be called up right now just because WWE logic, and we've already got one Asian
one Asian woman
Yeah.
on the main roster. Can't be not enough room for more. I hear you. Yeah, that's tough. I think, and I mean, you never know, considering especially what's happening on the main roster. But I feel like they just made the title switch for Evolution, to where I don't know if another one's in the cards. So I think they stick with a little stability. Again, I don't know where they go next. Like I said, Bianca Belair is making a case. She's undefeated. She'll let you know that.
Oh, yeah.
They got a big roster. What's that?
That's all she was saying tonight.
Facts. Yeah. You got to know. So yeah, women's roster is stacked, and I'm looking forward to Baszler Sane 5.
Oh yeah, bring it on. Fuck, I mean, how many times we watch Roman Reigns and fucking Braun Strowman go at it?
Right.
And they were all fire.
Absolutely. Let's push forward. Man, like I said, this card is so stacked, man. I hate to say I called it because we don't have any record of me calling it. It's just us conversing. About a week before they revealed who attacked Aleister Black, I said, dog, it was probably Johnny Gargano. And damn it, lo and behold, your boy Johnny Gargano, the summer's biggest mystery, is finally revealed. NXT WarGames II, we've got Aleister Black versus Johnny Gargano.
Who you got, man?
I'm excited, man. Man. Wow. I'm going to go with Johnny Gargano because of the heel turn. So Aleister Black is coming back for vengeance, and I think that may be his downfall. I think his focus on vengeance is going to cloud his judgment, and Gargano sneak away. It is. It's a dirty game. He'll come, and Gargano sneak away with the victory on that end, and because Gargano just turned heel, so for him to lose his first match as a heel and get his comeuppance so soon it'd be hurtful to the character that he's creating. You've got to create a new story now. Gargano is focused. He's refocused himself. Yeah, you know what I mean? He's refocused himself into becoming what he is now. So I can see Gargano pulling out this victory. How you got it going, man? How you see it?
That's exactly the way I'm going with it too. I'm picking Gargano just because he's after them fucking last man standing match he's had with Ciampa.
Yeah. I
mean, and then and he goes and pulls this, and he's a fucking madman, and that's who I'm picking. Yeah, he's gonna take it.
I see it happening that way, man. Have you seen? I don't follow Ciampa on Twitter, but a couple headlines I would see is him tweeting about Johnny Gargano and how he's proud of him, and how
being a madman.
How he never hated Gargano. He just hated what Gargano stood for, and now that Gargano is this changed man, and he's proud of what he did to Aleister Black. I could totally see Gargano and Ciampa somehow joining forces again.
Yep.
And just
killing it.
Reign of Terror over NXT, which
slaughter.
An evil Gargano and Ciampa tag team is very intriguing. Very intriguing.
And with that though, I'm thinking about the other tag teams that are in NXT right now.
Yeah,
it's like shit. I don't know.
And maybe not even so much a tag team in the sense that they would go for the titles, but more so just a united front of them two just messing stuff up.
Yeah, I could go with that for sure.
For everybody. So, yeah. Absolutely. We're in for a great one. Gargano, Black. I don't think this is their first match. I don't think it's their last match. I think this is the first one. We'll see them again. I don't know if we'll see it again in another takeover, but we'll see this one again
The next one would be the Rumble.
The Rumble takeover, yeah. Where's the Rumble this year?
Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix. Okay.
At a baseball stadium. It's gonna be pretty sick.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love that they do the stadium shows for certain big events. Yeah, that's a great look.
They gotta.
That's a great look.
Man,
Moving forward. Woo! We've got WarGames II. The Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong versus Ricochet, Pete Dunne, and the War Raiders. Woo!
Man.
So for those not in tune with War Games, 2 rings, 2 cages, 2 men start, and after I want to say 5 minutes, another man enters, and they alternate between teams, so all 8 men are involved. That's when the match beyond begins, and in the old War Games, mayhem. And now in the old War Games, back in the old NWA, WCW era, it can only end by submission. Now this new War Games, you can end by pinfall or submission. They took the top off the cage, and if you exit the cage, you automatically forfeit the match for your team.
Wow,
dude. Now,
see, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So yeah, if you exit the cage. You forfeit it for your team.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's really not the objective.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah.
Before
I didn't know that back in the day it was only submission.
Yeah, yep, submissions only. And only when it would be 2 teams of 4 or 2 teams of 5. WCW, the very last War Games that WCW did, it was 3 teams of 3. Jesus. Which was like the War Games last year. I'm glad that NXT did away with that. That 3 teams of 3, while cool when NXT did it, was the worst War Games when WCW did it.
A lot of shit going on.
A lot going on. So I like it. It's 2 warring factions going against each other and all out mayhem, as you put it. This most recent NXT, sorry to be a spoiler alert for those who haven't seen it. What they would usually do is the night of War Games, they would flip a coin to determine which side would have the advantage after that first 5-minute period. Well, this time, they had a match for it. Kyle O'Reilly defeated Hanson via shenanigans, and
Hanson's a fucking beast.
He is, absolutely. I mess with Kyle O'Reilly, man. Kyle O'Reilly is fire. And the Undisputed Era will have the advantage after the first 5-minute period in War Games. I don't know if you notice this in your War Games watching experiences. The heels always get the advantage. Yes. So I knew he was going to win it. I figured I was wondering how. The heels always get the advantage because that's how you build, a great story for War Games. The babyface is coming back from behind. But I've done enough talking, man. What do you think about this match, man? How you see it going?
See, at first, I switched up the picks on this one too after I watched that episode tonight. And at first, I picked Undisputed, man.
Yeah.
And, just because, this is only the second War Games of NXT, and they won the first War Games last year.
They did.
Undisputed. And, I really like Undisputed. I really like War Raiders. I really like everybody on both teams. They're both fucking bad as fuck. They're both gnarly as... They're all gnarly as fucking hombres.
Absolutely.
And, I don't know, I picked Undisputed, and then after I watched this match tonight, I'm thinking the War Raiders are taking it, man.
War Raiders, Ricochet, and Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
What was that made you change your mind?
Just the shenanigans.
Yeah.
Shenanigans. Yeah, that was really it. Fuck, dude. Hanson, he was killing it. He was taking an ass whooping, and he's still fucking coming back, going hard.
I hear you.
Just the shenanigans is what basically made me flip.
And there's also that WWE logic of whoever wins last is probably going to lose at the pay-per-view.
And I feel like we've been saying that every show, but I feel like it's been more times than other that we're completely wrong on that.
Well, I was going to say it to support your point, but hell.
But
But hell. So the original War Games was it was always the Four Horsemen versus whatever stable of baby faces were coming to thwart them, whether it was led by Dusty Rhodes or led by Sting or what have you. The Undisputed Era is NXT's Four Horsemen.
yeah, and they're all fucking tight. I mean, you ever seen the movie Point Break? The original?
I actually never did, no.
Oh my god, okay. Well,
I think actually, you know what? To bring it back around, that night that that night at Polar Bear, I think you turned it on, and I was so throwed that I couldn't watch.
All those dudes, Undisputed, just remind me of motherfuckers from Point Break, just some surfer ass dudes that rob banks. They're just gnarly bad dudes. Like, I don't know.
I hear you. Oh man. So I'm gonna go with Undisputed Era.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going with the era. They always find a way, man.
They're badass, dude. I love them. And they got their boy back, too.
They got Bobby Fish back.
Yeah.
They are unified. They are a unit.
They're a fucking machine.
They are an entire unit versus this group of misfits. We'll just put it that way.
It's a good way to put it.
It's a great way to put it. I can't call it. I don't know why, but I think that the unit of Undisputed Era comes together and they use their smarts to figure it all out. Both of the War Raiders are going in with hurt knees. I think that's a great storytelling mechanism to try to swing it in their favor. Plus the added history of they were in last year's War Games. And if anything, just like Hell in a Cell, War Games will change you.
You know what? Yeah, you know, man.
War Games will change you.
War Games change, motherfucker, man. It's unchanged for motherfuckers.
I'm saying it'll change you, bud. I think with that experience, plus them being an actual unified front, they come away. They sneak away a victory, man. They sneak away another War Games victory. So.
Do you think it's gonna be close though?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. I expect the worst in the best way possible. I expect the worst. We are definitely in for it. Come Saturday evening with War Games II.
I wish it was Saturday right now, man. Shit.
I'm saying, man. So, we've got one last match with NXT WarGames 2 for the NXT Championship. We've got the champion Tommaso Ciampa defending against my man.
Yeah.
The big man. The Velveteen Dream. Look. I'm a Velveteen Dream mark, dog.
Yeah.
Dude,
he's the man.
He skyrocketed. He came into himself so quickly.
So well. He captured the entire imagination, entire audience of NXT. And even in losses, he's lost more in TakeOver than he's won. And so what? Yeah.
He's so good at what he does. And on the flip side, this is true. He's at least won something, yeah. And on the flip side, Tommaso Ciampa. Who is a bigger bastard than him?
No, well, I say maybe Gargano. I don't know.
No, because Gargano just started being a bastard. Tommaso Ciampa is a bastard.
He owns it though too,
dude. Oh man, how you see this one going, man?
Pick it, too. I got Ciampa.
He's thinking we no new champion, huh?
No, it's gonna be fucking awesome. But fuck. I don't know. I'm still going with Ciampa, but it's another pick that I don't like making a pick for. That's the way it's gonna go.
I hear you. I'm gonna rock with you too, man. Tommaso Ciampa, we're not done with him yet.
No.
His championship reign. Velveteen Dream is going to put up one hell of a fight. That crowd is going to be behind him 150%. I wish I had more percents.
Do you think it's one and done?
I don't know.
I know that's the hardest part. That's one of the hardest things to call for me for this one.
That's tough. The thing is, I mean, they don't have a blood feud like Gargano and Ciampa, right?
This is shit talking, like a bullshit. He said, she said, fucking feud.
Exactly. So there's no rematch clause if Velveteen loses, and there's no blood reason for him to want to come back unless Ciampa is just a bastard. So,
but, I mean, there's
yeah. So I see it being one and done. Ciampa will squeak out the victory. Dream is gonna look great. Dream is gonna look great.
Does.
Always. I can't wait to see what his attire is gonna be. The entrance is gonna be crazy. Oh, the entrance is gonna be crazy. The entire Staples Center is gonna be chanting his name. I'm geeked. I'm geeked just for the imagination and what it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah. I'm hopefully I get off early that night. I know I won't, but
I can't wait, man. I'll have the Skype ready for you, man. Whenever you get free.
Nice. Yeah. No, I mean, well, fuck. What time does the pay-per-views usually get over with? Around 9, I think.
Nah, NXT will probably end at probably 10:30 my time, so that'd be 9:30 your time.
Bet.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. Before we leave NXT WarGames II, any final thoughts?
It's gonna be a hell of a ride. I hope you motherfuckers are ready for it.
They got to be motherfuckers.
I mean, it's not a bad thing.
Most of you would love to be a motherfucker.
I'll walk into work and one of my bosses says, "What's up, motherfucker?" You know, it's not a bad thing.
That's love. That's how you clock in. That's how you clock in right there.
You know, like we'll see each other driving down the street, we'll flip each other off. You know.
White dudes are weird, man.
I mean, this dude's Italian.
That is crazy. That is crazy. So, that's actually a hell of a transition. Speaking of white dudes, speaking of the Velveteen Dream, I teased this last week. And as I sit here now, I forget exactly what it was that we were talking about specifically, but I teased this last week, my thoughts on black wrestlers, man. I came to the conclusion that except for like Finn and AJ, my current favorite wrestlers are all black, man.
Really?
Yeah, man. And what's that?
I mean, run down the roster.
And I was gonna say, you know, at least, and if favorite is too strong, I should say at least the ones I'm really checking for. Velveteen Dream, absolutely, 100%. Rush Hive, we here, baby. The 24-year-old piece of gold. He had a great match with Cedric Alexander on 205 Live. I got to check that out. Great match, very fun. Lio Rush is nice, man, and they see a lot in him because who else on 205 Live is going to have the chance to be on Survivor Series and Raw? So they see it in him.
Yeah.
His birthday actually just passed, and I got to learn a little bit more about him. He started out in a tag team called Sudden Impact.
Really?
And guess who his tag team partner was?
I have no idea.
The Velveteen Dream.
Okay. Damn, I bet that was fucking fire.
They started out as a tag team back in the day, and I was very surprised to see that. Lio Rush caught a little bit of hell when Emma got released. She was defeated by Asuka. She had a match against Asuka, and then she was shortly released afterward. And Lio Rush dropped a tweet that said, basically he said, I guess we really knows what happens when you're not ready for Asuka. I shouldn't laugh at that, but that's like, I get how clever he was trying to be. So he was in the doghouse for a while. And then he used the social media, Instagram especially, to showcase his promo skills, showcase the character behind him, and he's fought back to be in a better position. I spoke too much about Lio Rush. Let me get to my overall point. So Velveteen Dream, Lio Rush is on the rise. I'm really interested to see the Street Profits.
Oh, yes.
And how they rise up. Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. Montez Ford is a dude. He's gonna be a star.
That guy,
man, he's gonna be a star.
He's like, I think I've seen like 3 Street Profits matches now.
Yeah.
And fuck, dude, that guy, he's a monster, man. There's no give with that motherfucker, man. He is
not at all.
Dude, he looks stiff out there, but like I don't think he's stiff. You know what I'm saying?
He can lay it in and take it back. Yeah, man. So the overall point I was getting to is that, I'll be honest with you, man. Black people, we are very sensitive about our representation. And I understand it. Well, I'm black. I definitely understand it. The reason why is because mainstream media doesn't exactly
represent
in the best light.
Yeah.
So
I know what you're saying. I think I know what you're saying.
Yeah. And so it'll translate more to the main roster. That's where my nerves come from, is the main roster. Them eventually going to the main roster. But also some stuff I see just watching the Street Profits. I'll get to all of that. So while also being sensitive about our representation, there's a little bit of hypocrisy within the community as well. I'm going there with it, to where we are quick to say that we're not a monolith. We're not a monolith. We're not one thing. However, when other aspects of blackness and other aspects of life are shown through black characters, we're kind of quick to think that the man is trying to denigrate us. So I look at a person like the Velveteen Dream. I dropped a tweet months ago saying that something about, I can't get the exact words, there's going to be a lot of think pieces on the Velveteen Dream when he hits the main roster. My man is a star.
They better not fuck with this shit.
And that's what I'm worried about. So on one hand, he's Prince. He's Prince meets Rick Rude, right? With a little Shawn Michaels. So you look at who's on the main roster now. You got the New Day, over the top black characters, and we know that their track record with black characters isn't great. No. We barely see Apollo Crews. He's not an over the top guy. We don't see Apollo Crews too much. We don't see too much Titus O'Neil. We didn't see too much Darren Young. They tried it, but they couldn't make him great again.
I still fuck with Titus and Darren.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I love the primetime players, right? Millions of dollars. So on one hand, WWE fans are black WWE fans are going to embrace Velveteen Dream and take it very personally with how his projection is going to go. Non-black WWE fans, no, I shouldn't say non-black WWE fans. Non-WWE fans, period. Black non-WWE fans are going to look at Dream and think that this is another attempt. What's that?
The fuck is this guy?
Yeah, who is this? They're going to think this is another attempt at trying to feminize the black man.
Yep.
So I'm nervous about that aspect.
Yeah, I hear that 100%.
Yeah. I'm nervous about that. Black WWE fans, we get it. We know what this is. And he's embraced it. He's the man. But you're going to get the think pieces on both sides. And so whenever these think pieces pop up and my name gets tagged in a bum-ass article, I'm going to drop the link to this.
Does that happen on the Does that happen often?
You know what? No. Not as much. Not as much. I've semi-retired from Facebook, but I can see this being a topic of discussion. I can see it being a topic of discussion, especially if he becomes anything near what we think he can be. Right? So I'm gonna sit them here. We can't have it both ways. We can't sit here and say that we're not a monolith and then complain about showing other aspects, deeper aspects of what this experience is about. Because you can't complain about New Day and Crime Time, but show no love for Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews.
Yeah, 100%.
Like there's aspects of all of them, and you gotta, and of course on another hand, it's WWE's fault for not showcasing all of the characters evenly. That's on them.
Oh yeah,
but they all exist.
Yeah, like you said, like we haven't seen Apollo Crews in fuck how long, or Darren Young, or Titus.
Right.
I don't even know Darren Young is still with WWE.
No, Darren Young got released.
Did he? Okay.
He did get released.
Titus still with WWE.
He's still there. He's still there. He's taking more of an ambassador role. He's what, early 40s, so he's a little bit older, not wrestling as much. Apollo Crews, he's not. There's over the top charisma, and there's just being charismatic, and Apollo Crews just isn't that charismatic, to be honest about him. But his character is regular black dude who can wrestle. And on one hand, it's WWE's fault for not showcasing him more, but he exists in that landscape.
Yeah.
Let's take it to...
Like there. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, because I'll keep going.
No, I was like, I don't know, like I feel like Apollo Crews is kind of just like I think they're thinking, well, we already got this other big ass black dude named Big E, and he's on the team, and we got Apollo Crews too, you know.
To an extent, yeah, I hear you. I
feel like that's how they're taking it.
And the thing is with Big E, he can work the mic. Pause. Like he's part of a charismatic, over the top team. So he's protected there. Apollo Crews, he's big and black. He ain't Big E, though. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, yeah.
You know? And then I take it to Street Profits.
They better not fuck either, man.
I was watching the Street Profits on NXT a couple weeks back. They had a feud-ending match with the Mighty.
Yep. And
in that feud, the Mighty had stolen Montez Ford's chain, and they stole Dawkins' chain and Montez Ford's cup, or whichever, what have you. Either way, stole their property. And I'm listening to Nigel McGuinness completely miss the point about, all they did was take a cup. They took a chain, and they're so mad about it. And I can hear Percy Watson kind of tight. Like he was keeping it within the realm of the show, but was also like letting them know you don't get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like they didn't like. Yeah, they could steal something from you, and nobody else will give a fuck about it, but it meant something to you.
Exactly. And I watched the crowd when the Street Profits enter, and they're doing the little stir it up sign that Angelo Dawkins does. And I think back to a promo that the Street Profits did regarding the chain and the cup. And how he was talking about it's part of our identity. We are kings. And this is part of our identity. And now, of course, I heard the name Street Profits, the way it's spelled, profits like money. But the play on words is Street Profits, like Prophet. And what the Street Profits mean to the culture. And then I also see Ford, when he enters the ring, he does this thing where he's pointing to his head with both hands. And it looks like it's the standard pro wrestling, let me hear you, let me hear you, let me hear you. It's not that. It's not that. He's pointing to his mind.
Yeah.
As far as strengthening your mind, build your mind.
I think I even caught that. Only seen 3 of their matches so far.
Yeah. Street Profits are charismatic black men, but they are not New Day and they are not Crime Time. They have depth to them.
I think they're better than New Day. And I haven't really seen too much Crime Time, so I can't really speak on that.
And they're just different. Yeah, Crime Time, they went around stealing stuff, and they were a caricature. They were a negative caricature. You know what I mean? The Street Profits have depth to them, And I really, really hope that we get to see more and more of what they represent, more than just the stir it up signal. Because I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I get who they are. But the mainstream audience and most of the audience that partakes, they don't look like me.
No.
So
really.
I'm nervous about how they're going to be received. I'm looking forward to the heel turn.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the heel turn. They got to do a heel run in NXT to where that's where their character development is really going to show as to who they really are, what their message is, what the plan is for the Street Profits. Do you, and this is one last thing just on this point before we move on, and I know you weren't really watching too much NXT at this time, but there was a chant that the NXT universe used to chant at Sasha Banks. Do you have any idea what it was?
I can't say I do. I feel bad for not knowing.
No, it's all good. The chant was Sasha's Ratchet. Sasha's Ratchet.
Huh.
I used to hear that and just I wish you could see my face when I would hear that chant. Like, yo, this white ass form of entertainment.
I'm trying to think when that word even came around, like when people started using that word. Because, like, I remember hearing about it, and, like, I remember hearing that word in high school, and, like, what the fuck? Like, that's, like, I don't know, like, and then now I'm, like, I haven't heard it in a while, but, I mean, you heard it on NXT, and that's only been around for how many seasons now?
A few years. It's been some years.
Yeah, but, I mean, not since high school.
Right. You know
what I'm saying?
But it goes back to the fact, and we talked about it. It may have been episode 12 or so. It was a subtitle 4 out of 5 dentists, where we talked about Sasha versus Bayley when they were like threatening breaking them up, and how even if Sasha was right, the crowd is going to side with Bayley.
Yeah,
because just it didn't. The logic of it doesn't matter. You see this baddie black woman carrying herself a certain way, and NXT called her Ratchet for it. She's not Ratchet. She's the boss. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. The overall point is I'm very nervous about how these characters are going to be fleshed out, how they're going to translate to these audiences. There's depths to this experience that I don't think have been truly explored yet. The Rock publicly I shouldn't say publicly denies his blackness, but when they talk about The Rock, they talk about him being Samoan.
Always.
You had the Nation of Domination. I mean, everybody remembers the Nation of Domination. They were the militant black group, and then you had Prime Time. So I mean, their track record for black characters with depth is poor.
Hasn't really been there.
It hadn't really been there. So with this next upcoming group, and you got Leo Rush. He's great on the mic. I'm Rush Hive. We here. And he did a great thing pairing him with Bobby Lashley, because Bobby Lashley is rather devoid of charisma. But the NXT specifically, Street Profits, Velveteen Dream, I'm going to be watching them very, very closely to see how their characters develop and how they are portrayed once they do get to the main roster. So, my diatribe is over. I just had to get that off my chest, man. I'm scared, man.
This is a hard camera.
It's the hard camera. This is what we do. They brought back Hulk Hogan last week. So, I mean, look, I'm scared, okay? I'm scared.
Saudi Arabia.
I'm scared. And he's eventually going to make it back on American TV. So I figured I'd get this out the way now before then. So, speaking of Bobby Lashley, man, that whole favorite pose thing, they need to cut that out real quick.
Yeah.
Cut that out, man. Golly, man. Anyway. Speaking of Bobby Lashley again, we have the Survivor Series. Survivor Series, the one night of the year that Raw and SmackDown face off in a battle of brand supremacy, dog. We've got 7 SmackDown versus Raw matches and 1 205 Live match. Before we go into the specifics, I usually ask you what you think of the build. I'm just going to go right into it. I know I've been talking a lot. I'm just going to go right into it. This entire fall season has been a big-ass mess. Even down to what happened on SmackDown recent. Just big-ass mess.
Like, and I guess, yeah. I guess it is a bit harder to build this pay-per-view considering it's 2 different brands and we're all not on the same show every night. You know what I'm saying? And so I'll give them that. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe with these pay-per-views being so close together, like all these glorified house shows and shit like that being so close together, it's a bit harder for them to. And I'm calling bullshit on that. But I don't know. The builds definitely haven't been there this whole fall season.
I think that's what it was for me. Last year we had the invasion of SmackDown on Raw. That was like 4 weeks away from the 4 weeks away, 4 weeks from that Survivor Series night. Now, and I guess you can make the argument that it's Raw versus SmackDown, so it's easier to build because it's Raw versus SmackDown. It's dream matches you won't be able to see anywhere else. But you hit it around the head. With Evolution, with Crown Jewel, specifically Crown Jewel just being just too in the way. Though promoting all 3 of those, they all took away from each other. They took away from each other. So it was hard to make a substantial build for Survivor Series. The SmackDown women invaded Raw, which was fire, and we'll talk more about that in a little bit. But the Raw men didn't invade SmackDown, did they?
No, I was kind of expecting that to happen last night, and
super expecting that to happen.
No, they just fucked off.
They really fucked off. Yeah. Stephanie McMahon ripped Baron Corbin a new one, and he didn't do nothing.
Not a thing.
Not a thing, dog.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and there's really not much more to say on it because it's like, I don't have anything else to say on it because it's like it's just there.
It was just there, man. It has been a messy fall season, and as we break down each match, we can dig more into how messy it's been, and it's Survivor Series. It's an underrated classic. I'm a sucker for elimination matches. I'm excited for Survivor Series, period.
Oh, yeah.
But why are we the only ones excited?
I don't know. And even for as much as we pay attention to it, I feel like there's people out there that pay attention to it just as much as we do, and are like, man, fuck that shit. I ain't watching Survivor Series,
Oh man, let's jump into it, man. On the pre-show, we have the Raw tag teams versus the SmackDown tag teams. The Raw tag teams are captained by Chad Gable and Bobby Roode. They're joined by the Ascension, the Lucha House Party, the Revival, and the B Team versus the SmackDown tag team division. The Usos, the New Day, the Colognes, Sanity, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson. Talk me through it, dog.
SmackDown's taking this one.
he said, "Fuck the bullshit. We're going straight to it."
SmackDown is taking this one. The only good motherfuckers they have on the Raw team is the Revival,
dude,
and that's it.
Braun Strowman made whole bitches of the Raw tag team division for the second time this year.
He's pulling some Randall Keith shit right now.
Dude, at WrestleMania, he won the Raw tag team titles with a 4th grader. and then just gave them up. And then this past Monday on Raw, he ran through the entire Raw tag team division.
My buddy was telling me, I was talking to him about this shit. He said, I feel like we're in the trolling era of wrestling right now.
Bro, it feels like a YouTube comment section, don't it?
Yeah.
Golly. The Raw tag team division is so thin, they pulled out Lucha House Party, who you can only see on 205 Live.
Yeah.
Dude, the Raw tag team division is so thin, every team that was in the Battle Royal is in the damn match.
Yeah. Like, well, all right, guys. You guys go out there, just give it your all. Just give it your all, and then Braun's gonna come out and fuck all you guys up.
Dude, they gave the entire Raw division participation trophies just for being there.
They should just put fucking Braun Strowman in there as the whole team.
Dude. Right. Fuck. Dude. So they brought back the B team, who we haven't seen since they lost the titles. Chad Gable and Bobby Roode. Man, what a fall off for Bobby Roode, right? Golly.
Man, I was expecting him to do a good heel run, like a good heel turn, good run, being a heel.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and I think they teased it when they first got together, but I mean, damn, dude.
That's all they did, tease it.
All they did was tease it. Chad Gable should have never been separated from Shelton Benjamin. American Beta should have stuck together.
100%.
Should have stuck together. They could have did something on SmackDown.
We could have they could have been the Lucha House Party or whatever.
Right. And over on SmackDown, it didn't even matter who you added. That's the Usos and the New Day.
Bang. That's
all you need. It didn't matter who you added. They dragged the colognes out of the mothballs. Tell your boy congratulations.
I did.
Yeah, did he? Yeah, shit. Sanity has done nothing on the main roster.
They were tight when they came about.
Yeah. They came
with
2 weeks. For 2 weeks. Lost that feud to New Day ASAP and have done nothing since. I can't tell you the last time I saw Gallows and Anderson on TV.
The Good Brothers.
Good Brothers. The tag team division is thin, man. The division is very, very thin on both shows. More so on Raw.
Do you think they keep it that way, though? Because, I mean, there's literally, is there any more room? I mean, I don't know,
I don't know what they do. I don't know what
we were talking earlier, how well NXT puts on, 4 matches in an hour, and so has time to storytelling shit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, fuck, we get, we basically, 4 matches on a Raw or SmackDown, and the rest is just, half the time it's just nonsense.
Dude.
I mean...
I don't know where to go, man. I don't know where to go. We agree, by the way. I never said who my pick was. I'm going with the SmackDown tag teams as well.
Okay.
That's the Usos and the New Day. It could have been the Usos and the New Day versus the entire Raw division, and Usos and New Day would have probably won.
Those are the best tag team matches I've ever seen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. In the modern era of WWE tag team division, absolutely. Absolutely, I'm rolling. Throw the Revival over on SmackDown. I want to see what they could do with New Day. I want to see what they could do with the Usos. Throw them on SmackDown. The Revival got such a bad shaft when McIntyre and Ziggler got involved. Storytelling-wise, it made sense, but they never came back for what was supposed to be theirs. Now they've been on Main Event, just waiting.
It's unfortunate because I've got really high hopes for him. I think you got him. You told me about them and then started watching them, just the way they do things, just the way they rock. And
I'm so big on the Revival, man. They bring back that old school mentality of working the body part and just getting in old school heel tactics of and they don't cheat. They don't cheat.
No.
They
fight.
They're just smart. They just bend the rules just enough. They're such a team that they do underhanded stuff to make you just them. I'm not gonna call them bastards. I've been saying bastard too much. Scoundrels, them scoundrels.
There we go.
But they don't cheat though. They're refreshing in the sense that they brought back the old school wrestlers. They don't fit in the modern day WWE storytelling mold. Like, they would have fit in perfectly on WCW Saturday Night. Wrestling high voltage.
WCW.
Facing the American males.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, SmackDown Tag Team's been taking it. It might be a damn sweep. I don't know. The clones might take a pinfall. I don't know. That's rough, man.
Yeah, they're gonna get him out of there, unfortunately.
That's rough, man. So let's move on, man. For the Cruiserweight Championship, we've got champion Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali. How you looking at it, man? What do you think?
I mean, I'm just picking really because the last time I watched any NXT was whenever Buddy Murphy. Well, I'm sorry, 205. Was whenever Buddy Murphy won the title
from Cedric Alexander. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with old Murph on this one.
Young Murph.
Just because, I mean, like I said, I haven't watched enough, and that's my fault. I'm gonna have to.
Murph Dirt.
I mean, look, I got all the way caught up on NXT this past week, so I guess there's no reason for me not to get caught up on 205 Live.
You know, I'm in the same boat with you, man. I like I said, I just caught Leo Rush and Cedric Alexander. Was definitely looking forward to that, but I haven't caught too much 205 Live. Even though, like we talked with the last show, network content as far as matches, they put on much better matches. The little bit of 205 Live that I've seen, they've had great matches. The thing with 205 Live though, there's no network specials. They don't have any specials. They don't build up to a head. Yeah, just the weekly show. They don't build up to a head the same way NXT does and WWE does.
There's no storylines?
What's that?
There's no storylines?
It's not that there's no storylines, but like there's no pay-per-views. Like they don't have any specials to where it still seems like a throwaway brand in the sense that they don't build up to any climaxes. So you were talking about catching up with NXT. You know NXT TakeOver is a new chapter.
Yes.
They don't have the same separation of chapters in 205 Live, which isn't an excuse. I'm not justifying my lack of checking out 205 Live. But yeah, just my critique on 205 Live itself. I'm going with Buddy Murphy as well to retain the championship. I know Mustafa Ali has been fighting really hard this year to get back to Cruiserweight Championship level. He lost the finals of the tournament to Cedric Alexander back at WrestleMania pre-show. I wonder if this will be on the main show, if this will be on the pre-show as well.
See, I didn't know that the previous match we just called was on the pre-show.
Yeah. That's the only place it could go. I mean, I'm not gonna front. I wasn't surprised when I found that out. But I was gonna say how unnecessary that tag team versus tag team match is, but I think we know that. But I'm wondering if this is gonna get a slot on the main card. At least something to break up, you know, maybe something in between the main event and the second, maybe the match right before the main. I'm not sure. I
mean, that match they had in Australia, that shit was fucking fire.
It was great. Yes, it was. And it was also helped. It was also helped by him being in his home country, so the crowd was gonna be hot regardless.
Yeah, we saw. I guarantee Super Showdown got one using the fucking Crown Jewel did over here.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can't take that away from him. That was a fucking great match. I mean, hopefully,
absolutely,
people in the head over there see it and seen that, and hopefully they give it to him.
Yeah.
Heard that Colt Bird get cracked?
You heard that?
I heard that.
No doubt. So we're both going with Buddy Murphy. This next match, I'm really looking forward to. The build, of course, I mean, the entire build of this entire show has been whatever it is. We're talking about the Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins versus the United States Champion Shinsuke Nakamura.
What you got, man?
I'll go first. Yeah, it's all good. I get that Seth Rollins is distraught over Dean Ambrose. I did not like that he said he didn't give a damn about this match, though.
Yeah. Like, it's like you ain't good. Like, you ain't. Don't act like you're any better, bub.
I'm saying, man, like, he said it was hype, but he didn't give a damn. And I just felt like that just did a complete disservice to what this is supposed to be about. And maybe it could be taken as a shot at, as I was writing these notes, I was like, oh, well, maybe that's a shot at Nakamura's WWE run. Like, he's been hyped, but nobody gave a damn. But you know what? I hope Nakamura is I hope he shows up. I hope he shows up. Rollins is going to show up. What's that?
He's got his nut-kicking shoes on.
Dude, he better have them on. He better have it all on. Rollins is going to show up. I really hope Nakamura shows up. I hope they bring the best out of each other. This is a dream match that I didn't even realize was a dream match until, or for me, didn't realize it was a dream match until Survivor Series was coming around. I realized that, oh shit, this is the Intercontinental and U.S. Championship, U.S. Champions. I'm really looking forward to this, and I hope this one delivers. I liked Nakamura's rebuttal on SmackDown. It's like, oh, you don't care about me? Well, knee to the face, motherfucker.
Yeah. No, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. He's just watching his videos.
Yeah, right. I am going with Shinsuke Nakamura.
Really?
Over Monday Night Rollins. Yes, I am.
See, whenever, and I just also thought too. You said that he's kind of distraught or whatever. Seems like he's got other shit on his mind. Rollins.
Yeah.
You know. And dude, how the fuck? Okay, side note, but how the fuck does Rollins not know why Ambrose turned on him?
I'm not sure, man. What's your logic for it? Your rationale?
Like what? Like him not knowing?
On Dean's turn.
Oh, I mean, because fuck you, I'm not gonna let you do it again to me, so I'm gonna do it to you first.
I hear you.
And then I feel like whenever Rollins act like he doesn't know why Dean Ambrose turned on him, it's just pissing Ambrose off even more. Like,
I feel you. Didn't he make mention of something? Didn't he say like, I know what I did 4 years ago, and maybe he still holds that against me? I'm not sure. I feel like that was in the first promo. I'm not for sure.
But I mean, we're not fully gonna know until Ambrose says. But I'm pretty sure we all know why and the reasons. But I mean, like
on Raw, didn't he say something about like the Shield was just holding him back? Just the basic, you guys are holding me back. You didn't appreciate me.
Crybaby shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, and but yeah, I mean, we'll go back to the main shit now. But I mean, fuck it, I'm picking Rollins for this one.
Going with Rollins.
But I mean, I also just thought too that Ambrose isn't even on the card. So, but the last pay-per-view, I thought also that
he would get involved
on the card. Yeah, I thought he was going to get involved, and I'm not going to throw that one out here. This one, I don't know. So, give this one straight up.
You brought up Dean Ambrose. You know what I noticed about this is that you know who's been surprisingly or maybe unsurprisingly silent about this whole Dean Ambrose thing?
His chick?
Yes. His chick? Renee Young.
I'm sorry.
Renee Young has not said a word. I kind of like it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't want to hear their fucking story life. You know, I come here to hear the wrestling story life.
Well, you know, and I think that's why I like it, because yeah, we all know that they're married, but Renee Young has a job to do. So on one hand, yes, that is her husband. She's going to support her husband. On the other hand, she knows he's foul.
She's gotten a whole lot better, I think.
I'm coming around more and more. I think the whole 3-man booth thing.
I feel like I was a bigger hater. I mean, we never really talked about it or discussed it.
Yeah.
Like her being on there and everything like that. But like those first couple of weeks, man, I thought it was fucking bad. I thought it was horrible. And I mean, like there was a couple times when Michael, like I think it was whenever like it was Finn Balor was fighting somebody, and like she kind of like low key like cheered for Finn, and Michael Cole was like just shut her down, like we keep this unbiased, like,
right.
But she's gotten a whole lot better, I think.
The 3-man booth thing is kind of tough anyway. I mean, you've got the main announcer Michael Cole and Todd Phillips. Corey Graves is kind of the heel side, and Byron and Renee are kind of the babyface color commentators. But the 3-man booth thing is kind of tough. To bring it back to Renee Young, I wonder if and when she can't stay silent forever, right?
No.
Dean hasn't had a match yet since he turned. So I mean, she'll have to talk when he has a match. But she can't stay silent forever on anything Dean does. So when she finally breaks her silence, and I wonder if they'll even make mention of it, because I've noticed, and you've noticed as well, so we can't be the only ones. But and it has to be something on purpose. It has to be purposely done. So I can give them a salute, a kudos on that bit of storytelling, that she stayed completely quiet. I wonder how it's going to go when she finally does say something about his behavior.
I'm trying to think. Like, I guess this is the first time we've ever been like put, or I don't want to say the first time we've ever been put in the situation, but the first time that we've actually ever had an announcer be married to a performer, I guess.
Openly, yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, I'm guessing they're working on trying to figure out how they can possibly bring that in one of these days.
Right.
Because, I mean, they're like, there's no way that, they're going to have to definitely work into that. Like, I can't really explain it. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
I get you completely. She's going to have to do her job eventually when it comes to Dean Ambrose. So I wonder how they're going to get her to do that. Absolutely.
That's tough, man. I wouldn't want to be the person figuring out how to write that fucking story.
Right. So we split on that one. I'm going Nakamura. You're going Seth Rollins. Let's go to the Raw Tag Team Champions, the AOP, because they finally figured out the Authors of Pain is a terrible name.
Well, that name is tight.
That name is too trash. Versus the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Sheamus and Cesaro. Big Ren. How you see this one going?
Man, see, like, this is another one that I just switched up tonight, too, after doing some thinking.
Yeah.
And I want AOP to win.
Uh-huh.
Actually, hold on. I want Authors of Pain to win.
Goodness.
But, I switched it up, man. I picked the Bar.
Okay.
I mean, like, the Bar is the Bar. The Bar is dope. Cesaro and Sheamus, they've got good shit going on. I'm not saying Razor and what's the other guy's name?
Akam and Razor.
Yeah, there we go. But no, I think Cesaro and Sheamus just have a better chemistry than the Authors of Pain.
I hear you.
Yeah, I wish, like I said earlier, I wish there was a better build for these matches, a couple of these matches especially. But just being the dual brand thing, it's just kind of hard to do unless everybody's going to attack one of the other shows one night, which we didn't really see. We already talked about that. But.
Yeah, right. So I was hearing you talk about it, and I almost switched my pick. I deadass almost did.
Really?
There's a few reasons why I'm still going with the AOP.
You picked AOP. Are you?
I'm picking AOP.
Man, I'm pissed if I fucking switch my pick again and I'm fucking wrong.
I hear you. I'm going with AOP. For one, they just won their tag team championships. So for them, I think it would be a good look for them to win a tag team match. Were they on Raw this past Monday? I don't think they were. Damn, that division is trash.
Dude.
Wow, that division is too trash. I'm gonna still go with AOP, but damn. So AOP just won their tag team championships, for one. For two, I got the SmackDown tag teams beating the Raw tag team, so I think they split that for some kind of, just for a little prosperity on both sides. I think they split it. I forgot what my third reason was. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you cut out or what?
Yeah, I forgot what my third reason was. And I'm not even gonna edit it out. I'm gonna leave it in there. We all fuck up, but I'm going with players fuck up, man. But I'm going with AOP. That's really it, man. Sheamus and Cesaro. I think this is gonna be a hard hitting match.
We found one.
I think this will be a lot more fun than it looks on paper. I haven't been the biggest AOP fans, especially their main roster run. I feel like most of the great matches in NXT were based on Gargano and Ciampa. And of course, the triple threat ladder match they had with Gargano and Ciampa and the Revival. But yeah, I'm gonna go with AOP just to build a little heat for them and make them look a little more unstoppable against a completely depleted Raw tag team division.
Yeah. I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be so pissed.
I'm gonna be pissed. Let's go with the women's division elimination match. We've got the Raw women, Natalya, Mickie James, Nia Jax, Tamina, and Ruby Riott, captained by Alexa Bliss, versus the SmackDown women of Naomi, Sonya Deville, Asuka, Carmella, and a person to be named later. We'll handle that part as we get to what I presume will be the main event. You know what? First, just for fun, who is gonna? I was gonna ask the question, and when they and this just speaks to just the build itself again. The SmackDown women invaded Raw, and the last time we saw SmackDown, we didn't even know that Charlotte Flair was going to be on the team, right? They made no effort to let us know that Charlotte was going to be on the team until the invasion itself. To me, I just see it's a little sloppy.
It's very sloppy.
I feel like they should have made the declaration on SmackDown where she says, I'm going to captain this team and we're going to do team things. Team activities. Morale building.
Fuck
whatever.
That. Team activity. That's their thinking. You
know what I'm saying? So my question is, who replaces Charlotte Flair on Team SmackDown?
I mean,
who else is left? We got three choices. I can think of three. We've got either Mandy Rose, we've got Lana, we've got Zelina Vega. Or you know what? I'm going to just throw it in there because I picked her to win a Battle Royal recently. We got Nikki Cross, maybe.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I really have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
Like, I have no idea. I don't know.
I think I'm going to go with Mandy Rose.
Fuck it, I'm going to go with Nikki Cross then.
Fuck it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mandy Rose because they were teasing some tension between her and Sonya Deville. I mean, there's always the Lana option. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mandy Rose. What's that?
It's not Lana Day no more.
It sure ain't.
That shit was long ago.
Oh man, yeah, man. I think they see something in Mandy Rose. Corey Graves definitely sees something in Mandy Rose.
Yeah, he fucking does.
Yeah, he does. So I think they give her a shot, man. I think they put her on the squad. How do you think this match is gonna go? Who wins?
I'm going Raw.
Going with the Raw women. Okay. Any specific reason?
I mean, shit. We just see Nia Jax fucking break Becky Lynch's face.
with one punch. God damn, dude. God,
and she fucked up. Like they were first just talking about like maybe a broken nose, but when she was standing tall in the crowd, like you could see like she's bleeding,
bro.
like by her eyes socket.
Yeah, man.
Christ,
dude, what a visual,
man. Dude, like, sorry for your face, but she killed it.
Dude, she killed it. Let's save it a little bit for the Rousey and Flair, because that, man, I had a whole thing on that. We'll get to that. So you're going with the Raw women. I'm actually going with the SmackDown women.
Really?
Yeah, they've made a mess of, everything. But, who we got? It's Mickey That's a team full of heels and Natalya. We got Sasha and Bayley got screwed. That's building to whatever's going to build to. I can't believe there's going to be no Sasha and no Bayley on this card. I don't
like, who do they piss off?
Dude. And I know Nia Jax and Tamina just formed an alliance, but damn, dude. I don't know, man. I'm going with the SmackDown women. I was going with the SmackDown women anyway. They have Asuka, they have Naomi. Carmella is still over despite not being champion anymore. Nia Jax punched Becky Lynch in the face.
Broke her fucking face.
They can't reward that, can they?
No. No. That's a no.
But damn it, I don't know. They might. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro.
They'd be fucked up if they did.
That is crazy, bro. That is crazy. There's really not much to add to it, man. I'm expecting Mandy Rose to be the 5th member. I can't call it, though. But yeah, I see SmackDown winning, man. Maybe Soul Survivors or what? Asuka, Naomi. I know we haven't been asking that, but just for fun to add to this match here. Maybe Asuka and Naomi are the top 2 standing for SmackDown. I salute to them. So wouldn't mind it. I ain't mad. Before I move on, I'm looking at what we've done here. We're going to have a really interesting night, man.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we only got like 1 or 2 picks that are the same, right?
Yeah, we picked the same for the SmackDown teams over the Raw teams, and we both picked Buddy Murphy. Otherwise, we've been splitting them down the middle, man. So this card is definitely going to go far as the numbers go. I think that's the beauty of the Survivor Series thing. There's no set build. It's just, you hooked on the feeling. See how it'll go. You know what I mean?
Hooked on the feeling.
Facts. Facts, man.
I'm a voice am I right?
Oh, no, you was dog. You killed it.
You gotta get on the mic.
Oh, dude. There. We'll talk after the show. You killed it. If you need a writer, I got you.
You never know. One of these days.
Telling you, man. We have got the men's Survivor Series elimination match. Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, and my man, the big man, looks like money, smells like money, Bobby Lashley on Raw, captained by acting general manager Baron Corbin versus the SmackDown men. The best in the world, Shane McMahon, Jeff Hardy, Samoa Joe, Raymond Mysterio, and The Miz, team captain The Miz. A lot of this shit ties together because a lot of it is tied into what I think about the champion versus champion match. This match is going to be good. Let me start with that.
Yeah.
This match is going to be good. The reliance on Shane McMahon lately, and he's been in Survivor Series matches, so I'm not mad, but there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here. I really miss the dynamic that Miz and Daniel Bryan could have been as team captains. I feel like that could have been really, really fun.
It would have been a lot of fighting between the two, I feel like.
Absolutely. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
And yeah, that would have been fun.
I wonder what the point was. And I get the logic. Yeah, well, Daniel Bryan picked Rey Mysterio. That Miz Mysterio match, I'm wondering what purpose it served. I know it got Randy Orton out there to give an RKO. Randy Orton, he could have been on this team. Randall Keith could have been on this team. Rusev could have been on this team. SmackDown is stacked. But how do you we were completely right, by the way, as far as adding Finn Balor and Bobby Lashley. Kurt Angle was a dark horse, but Drew McIntyre put him down.
Put him the fuck down.
Put him down, man. How you see this one going?
See, like this is a really tough one.
Yeah.
Because I'm on the Raw side, okay. Well, first I'll start off on the SmackDown side. I think everybody on the SmackDown side is going to get along, but on the other team, I don't know, man.
There are a lot of fun interweaving stories on the Raw side. Yeah.
Yeah, big time. I mean,
super.
Okay, Braun Strowman's gonna be the first person to start the match. Just hypothetically, Braun Strowman's first person to start the match.
Mm-hmm.
He is not going to tag in Drew or Dolph at all.
Right. I hear you.
And they're gonna get pissed, and they're gonna start fighting each other.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, but the fucking Raw team is stacked. It's all killers.
It's super stacked, yeah. And arguably both sides are stacked, with the exception of maybe Shane McMahon. He's booked like he's the best in the world, so you don't know what to expect.
Oh yeah.
But
he's not the best in the world. Yeah, fuck.
He's the best in the world. Yeah.
Saudi Arabia, he's the best in the world.
Facts, man. Blood money.
Blood money,
McMahon. Here comes the blood money. Here comes blood money.
Yeah, that's good. Shit.
Oh man,
that's good.
Dude. No, man, yeah, Raw's got a lot of stuff going on. You mentioned Strowman, Ziggler, and McIntyre. Finn Balor and Drew McIntyre. They've got an upcoming match as Finn defeated Bob. I was jumping the line. As Finn just defeated Dolph Ziggler. Finn Balor and Bobby Lashley just had their issue that ended. Ziggler and McIntyre. Very, very subtle showing of the cracks. Yeah. McIntyre's is getting big for his Scottish britches, man, and put Ziggler on a level under him as far as him being able to take on Finn Balor on his own. So there's slight cracks being shown there. Before we get into the prediction too, the Finn Balor Dolph Ziggler match, right? And this is just something I noticed just listening to the commentary. They seem to go out of their way to mention that Finn Balor has been disrespected a lot lately.
I don't even feel like Finn thinks that.
Yeah. They were just saying that shit. That's hilarious. That is funny. I feel
like Finn's the type of guy that doesn't get really disrespected. Like, he doesn't take offense to much, I feel like. I don't know.
That is funny. I was going to say if you think that's leading anywhere, but I think you answered the question. Oh, man, yeah. I think you answered the question. I didn't know if it was going to lead to... I haven't seen heel Finn. I've read that he did great heel work in New Japan as the original leader of Bullet Club. I don't know. Maybe it's more exploration into who the Demon is. We haven't seen the Demon since was that SummerSlam? Yeah, he faced Baron Corbin. How you see this one going? Who's taking it?
Damn, I'm gonna take SmackDown.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. What's got you there?
Just like all the shit that's going on with Raw right now. and see, like I changed my pick.
Really? So you had the Raw team first?
Yeah, man.
Really? So what made you? You know what? Let's go about this way. So what made you pick Raw first, and then what made you switch to SmackDown?
Just Raw. I mean, Raw just full of more straight up killers. I mean,
yeah,
we got Samoa Joe, and really, I mean, like the Miz, I think, are the best two on that team.
I got you.
And then I just started thinking like all the shit with Drew and the shit with Braun and the shit with Bobby and Finn and Bobby and Dolph, and I mean, it's like they're gonna be their own worst enemy on this one.
I hear you. Our this is gonna be so fun. Our numbers at the end of this show. I am going with the Raw team. I see. You know, Baron Corbin is in an interesting position, and they didn't, and I'm not sure if they really put a spotlight on it the way that I'm noticing it. On one hand, he's got Stephanie McMahon on his ass.
So he's got to do good.
But if they win, he has to face Braun Strowman. And if the Raw team wins, Braun Strowman gets his match with Brock Lesnar. And I think whenever Brock feels like it. But I think we do get that match eventually. So I think I think the Raw team somehow holds it together. I think Braun Strowman is the guy that holds it together because he's so pissed off that he knows what's at stake for him. If he loses, he can't get his hands on Corbin. If he loses, he can't get his hands on Lesnar. So I think Braun Strowman somehow holds it together for the Raw team to get what was promised to him by Stephanie McMahon, which he can only get if he wins. So, and if it takes Braun marking out his whole Raw team, he will do it.
Oh yeah, no
he
problem.
He will definitely do it.
He probably apologized to Finn, but yeah, that's about it.
I hear you, man. So I think Raw takes it. Who? Raymond Mysterio.
Oh, Raymond.
I'll be a fan of his one day, man. I don't know.
I was never really a big Rey Mysterio fan, even when I was little, and because I mean, like I said, I was never really fuck with WCW too much, just because I just thought their shit wasn't as good. Like,
I hear you.
Just the in-ring performance, but that's another story.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Yeah, these interweaving stories on Raw, they're very, very interesting, but I'm gonna go with the Raw squad, man. I'm going with the Raw squad. Led by LeBron Strowman.
Oh, man. Alright, man. I hope I'm fucking, I don't even know what the fuck I'm hoping for myself.
I hear you, man. We've got 2 matches left, man. We've got the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar versus the new WWE Champion Daniel Bryan. There's a lot to unpack here, man. There's a lot to unpack here. I didn't see SmackDown. I didn't get to see the match.
My
but
God.
I read, there was a low blow and Daniel Bryan went crazy. So it looked like a heel turn, would you say?
Yeah, oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah. I saw that he refused to be interviewed afterwards as well. Talk me through it, man. Where's your head at, man? Where's your heart at?
I mean, I don't know. Like, is Daniel Bryan fed up?
There's so much going on.
Yeah, like, is he just fed up? I mean, like, and the shit that started it off that night was Styles started off the night, comes out, talking and shit like that, and fucking Paul Heyman comes through the crowd and gets on the mic and shit, and he brings up Daniel Bryan. So obviously Styles has to say the name Daniel Bryan,
Right.
And that's when it comes out. Yada, yada, yada. They're shooting the shit. And Daniel Bryan comes back with that shit saying, you remember how I said I was looking for a reason to punch you in the face?
Yeah.
And, yeah, he brought that up. And Styles said, well, hey, Heyman brought you up. I mean, what am I supposed to do, you know?
Right.
I'm not going to get away from a conversation just because your fucking name's in it, basically.
Right.
And then they started brawling and shit like that, and then go backstage and yada yada. We got a title match.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, are you serious? And yeah, I was definitely expecting AJ Styles to retain, but yeah, okay, the match comes, and what the fuck happened? The ref got distracted somehow. No. The ref got hit.
Okay.
That's what happened. And yeah, I think Bryan pushed Styles into the ref. Styles is looking at the ref, fucking low blow from behind, even dirtier than in the front, from behind. And boom, 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 1, 2, 3, fucking new champion. And then then Daniel Bryan just goes fucking ballistic. I mean, he's great. He's holding both arms, just stomping on Styles' head.
Phil.
Just. Like, I had never seen that before. I was like, holy shit, he's about to break. That was stomping a mud hole in somebody's fucking face.
Dude, before we even get to the predictions, because like I said, there's a lot to unpack. First off, and like I said, I had to read the recap. I didn't see it live, but the fact that there was a segment about Miz filling the space of Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Now, to me, that gave it away.
You think so? I didn't even think about it like that.
Because why is he so concerned with filling his space? Because if Daniel Bryan loses, he's going to be back on Team SmackDown, presumably, right?
True.
But it's, oh, no, we got to fill up his space. So it let me know shenanigans were afoot.
I didn't think about it like that.
For one. For two, does this really mean no AJ Styles on a Survivor Series card?
There's gonna be some fucking shenanigans. It's gotta be. Just the way the match ended. I mean, the way that Daniel Bryan won on Tuesday. Fuck, there's gotta be shenanigans.
I was really looking forward to Styles Lesnar too.
You and me both, brother.
Like, I'm somewhat looking forward to Daniel Bryan, Brock Lesnar. I'll explain in a second a little bit why I'm not, but I was really looking forward to Styles Lesnar too. And the thing is, let's go back, right? Let's go back. Crown Jewel, triple threat match: Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman. Roman Reigns was coming at it as the winner.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna get Styles Roman Reigns 3.
Would have been fucking amazing.
Which would have been amazing. And Roman Reigns would have won that match. I can assume.
Oh yeah, the big dog.
Of the 3 options, I think Styles could have beaten Reigns of the 3 options presented, but Roman Reigns was probably gonna win. Lesnar beating Braun Strowman, there was no way that Styles was gonna get that win. It builds a nice little internal story of Lesnar's style that they can maybe revisit at a later time. But with Brock being the champion, and the reason he's a champion, and then building to if he's going to fight Cormier, there's no chance, even if it was non-title, Brock wasn't going to lose that match. He was going to win somehow.
Yep.
And if Braun Strowman beat Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman is the monster among men, and he's the new Universal Champion. He probably would have beaten AJ Styles too.
Yep.
Which sucks. I'm a big AJ guy. But again, I was really looking forward to Lesnar Styles too. The thing with Daniel Bryan. Now, yeah, we were robbed of... Now, we all had the same storyline played out to WrestleMania, that Miz was somehow going to be the guy to beat Styles. Miz, Bryan at WrestleMania. Bryan wins the championship to fulfill that destiny, right?
It's already happened.
Yeah. So we kind of miss out on that aspect, which means the Miz Daniel Bryan story kind of just stops. Which, okay.
I mean, there's ideas, but yeah.
Yeah. I can understand the heel turn because the Daniel Bryan story, I'm not going to say that there weren't places to go as a babyface. There were definitely more places to go as a babyface. I get you want to do something fresh. The thing is, I think they kind of rushed it.
As they always do.
Like, you could have did Survivor Series as it was going to be. The 5-on-5, Lesnar Styles. You could have Lesnar beat Styles, right?
Yeah.
And then do the heel turn, do the title switch because Styles is already injured after having a hell of a fight with Lesnar. And you could do that 2 days later. 2 days later after Survivor Series. The heel turn and the title switch. Whether SmackDown wins or not.
But we just rushed it.
just rushed it. Maybe they didn't want to. Yeah, maybe they didn't want to do Lesnar Styles again. I don't know. Maybe they wanted to protect Styles against Lesnar. But I mean, there's no shame in losing to Lesnar. It's Brock Lesnar, right? But the thing too, so they could have did either the way that I said it, do the heel turn after Survivor Series, or rather do the title match, right? Or you could do the title match. Bryan beats Styles, however. This is the other suggestion. Bryan beats Styles, however. And then Styles could go on to Team SmackDown, and then Bryan could face Brock Lesnar. The thing is, now you've got a new champion in Daniel Bryan. You've got a new heel in Daniel Bryan. And the first thing you do is put him against Brock Lesnar.
It's pretty sketchy.
There's no way he's going to beat Brock Lesnar.
No. Fuck no. If everybody thinks he's Brock Lesnar, they're fucked in the head.
There's no way he beats Brock Lesnar. And you can tell that story a lot better as a babyface.
I mean, I'm hoping Daniel Bryan can actually hold up to the match that he's about to get into. I mean, yeah, we all know Daniel Bryan's never give up motherfucker, but like, dude, there's definitely some things that are like they have to worry about.
I did not even think of that aspect. Yeah, he just came back from concussions after 3 years. Let's put him in the ring against Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Like,
dude, that the whole thing, man. Like, of all the stuff that they had to change, because Roman Reigns is gone, Becky Lynch is now gone, which we'll get to. They didn't have to change this.
No.
And then they did it, and they still slopped it up. You can't put
I'm trying to think why they even did all this on the same night.
Night. And then no interview afterwards, so no idea of his motivations. You're putting a freshly healed Daniel Bryan on that stage with no explained motivations. He's a new champ, a new heel, against Brock Lesnar, who he's not going to beat.
I mean, like, I was just thinking, I was like, I wonder if they've thought about like how the crowd's going to be whenever Daniel Bryan comes out, because we already know how the crowd's going to be when Brock Lesnar comes out.
Right.
So, I mean, if it was Styles and Lesnar, oh yeah, you already know Styles is getting that huge pop.
Exactly.
Bryan with things that just happened on Tuesday coming out now, like
they're still confused about the first time we see him after that as the new champ and as a new heel is fighting for SmackDown supremacy against Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
As a heel, when you gather more sympathy as a babyface, how is this going to go?
I don't think it's going to go very good.
And he can't just wrestle as a babyface. We just saw what he did.
Yeah. He shook the man in his nuts from his back.
Like, right.
Yeah, give him a chance to see it.
Dude. Ugh.
just fucking stomped a mud hole in his face.
Dude.
So, I mean, it's, yeah, we're in for some shit, man. I'm telling you what.
Filth. We have two heels fighting each other.
Yeah. And one of them just got made a heel for no fucking reason, basically.
Dude. They completely rushed it. Rushed it.
I guess we're picking the same motherfucker on this one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It could be Brock Lesnar versus the entire Golden State Warriors. And Brock is winning. It could be Brock versus the entire SmackDown tag team division.
Brock's winning.
And Brock is winning.
Brock versus the best in the world, Shane McMahon. Brock is winning.
I mean, it'd be a hell of a fight, man. Shane McMahon's the best in the world.
Man, yeah, he's the
best in the world.
Hands down, best in the world.
On any given night, the best can be beaten. On any given night. Oh, shit. Filth. And no AJ Styles on Survivor Series. Filth.
He's got to, like, cost him the match, like, some way. That's really the only... That is serious. That has to be what happens just to save Daniel Bryan from getting completely torn apart.
You know, but even then, that opens up new avenues because let's say Styles does that. Does he have to face the wrath of Paige and Shane McMahon, for one? And on the other hand, if Styles does that, what that does is it makes Daniel Bryan look like he could have beaten Brock Lesnar. That actually hurts Brock Lesnar.
Very true.
So they've... Dude, look at the corner. The paint.
Yeah, but Brock already got hurt by that fucking match at Crown Jewel from Baron.
Dude. Ugh.
So, yeah. Yeah, we're in for some fuckery.
Of all the things they had to change, the one thing they didn't have to change. Goodness gracious, if you will. What's that?
You can see it live.
Right.
One SmackDown, one of the good SmackDowns you missed, man.
And I missed it. Yeah, I'll tell you after the show what I was up to.
I'm sure.
We're at the final match of the night, the match that I presumed to be the main event originally, which will probably it might actually still be the main event. We've got the Raw Women's Champion, Ronda Rousey, not against the SmackDown Women's Champion because of an errant right hand to the face, a concussion, and a broken nose.
It wasn't a broken nose, bud.
It wasn't a broken nose, it was just a concussion?
No, it was a broken face.
They did say that. I did see the face.
They broke her fucking face, man.
Oh, my God. We got the Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair. You really thought they would... You remember, we were texting about it when we've heard the news. You said, well, what are they going to do?
Man.
So they're going to put Charlotte there.
I said, man, don't say that shit.
Dude, what else is they going to do, man? What else is they going to do?
Charlotte loved it, too. She loved every minute of it.
Dude.
Probably seen Becky get cracked into that blood. I was like, yes.
Yes.
Put me in, coach.
Dude. Filthy, man. Talk me through it, man.
I mean, hell, bud. I mean, we were going to get a fucking just balls to the wall, couple chicks just fucking beating the hell out of each other.
When I tell you, I was excited for that match, bro.
Yeah. And then, like, I mean, after they fucking invaded Raw, oh, hell. I was fucking hyped. Like, I was just hoping like, it was just a little bit of blood, like, nothing too crazy. Then when I seen that blood come, like, from my eye socket, I was like, shit. That's visual. That broken nose. Yeah, she's a warrior, man.
The visual of Becky Lynch standing bloodied in the crowd, triumphant. Oh, my God, bro. Becky Lynch is killing it lately.
Yeah.
Killing it, bro. I had so much written up about this match. I guess I can still go through it. Who do you cheer for in this match?
I mean, that is a very good question.
At this point now, I think Ronda Rousey gets more cheered than Charlotte Flair.
You mean Ronnie?
Yeah, more than Flair. If it was Ronda Rousey, here's what I was thinking. If it was Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch, I had a strong feeling that Ronda Rousey would get booed out the building.
That would have been pretty cool.
I think she would have got booed out the building against Becky Lynch, man.
Becky Lynch is on top of it. She's the man.
She's the man. She's the man. The thing about this business that makes this business so quote unquote weird is what makes it not weird at all, right?
Yep.
Because we saw. Okay, we'll put it this way. Ronda Rousey, kudos to Ronda Rousey, because she, to her credit, has jumped in head first, right? Like, you can't question that she takes this seriously, right?
Oh, yeah, she does, yeah.
But she is the prime example, right along with Brock Lesnar, of what is pissing off so many longtime fans. She built her star up somewhere else, and she was awarded the most important women's championship 4 months after her debut, right? Whereas Becky Lynch has busted her ass for years. She's in the best space of her career with a story we can all get behind. Last month with Charlotte Flair, it was her overcoming her bum ass, overachieving, low-key snake friend. And now she's the scrappy talent who busted her ass to get on top of the world and take on Vince's new project.
And now she's got to wait until her face gets healed.
And now her face has to heal. I was so... This was the main event.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Justifiably so. This was the main event to me.
I think it definitely 100% should have been.
Facts, man.
And I don't know if fuck, dude. The only reason it should have been main event is because of Becky.
It's the star power of Ronda, but the actual performance of Becky. Like, yeah. Ronda, I'm not convinced about her on the mic yet.
No.
Like the promos nowadays, like they have to feel more conversational, right? Ronda Rousey she's still got like 80s promo tendencies. She's not quite comfortable behind the mic, and it's still a little over the top.
I feel like it's too tight.
Yeah.
There's enough. It's just not as real as it could be. Right.
No, I feel you. There's something missing. There's something lacking. So, I mean, again, we respect Ronda because, I mean, she busted her ass elsewhere, and she's taking this seriously. But nobody respects the person who gets the undeserved special treatment. That's any aspect of life. And as we all know, everything is wrestling.
Everything is fucking wrestling.
Everything is wrestling. Nobody respects the person who gets the undeserved special treatment. So you get special treatment Ronda Rousey versus the Roman Reigns of the women's division, Charlotte Flair. How does this go, man?
Oh, Ronnie's taking it for sure. I mean,
there's no way that Becky was gonna beat Ronda Rousey, but she would have had a star-making performance.
No, she wasn't gonna. Yeah, Becky wasn't gonna beat Ronnie either. But I mean, it would have been fucking dope. I mean, I could see that one.
Man.
That one I could see ending where Becky Lynch is like, "All right, you got me," and being cool about it.
Dude, Becky was going to be a star after that match.
Yeah, but now this one's just like, man.
With some kind of build, like I said, I mean, Charlotte is Charlotte. If anyone, and we talked about this early on, if anyone has been shoved down our throats, it's Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
I respect Charlotte. I respect her ability, but like, whatever. plus, without this having a proper build of Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair, I believe this was rumored to be like a WrestleMania match for 2019, whatever, what have you. But without a proper build too, and with it not being Becky Lynch, like, come on, man. I really wanted Becky Lynch in this match. It'll be good, but it won't have the story behind it.
Dude, if there was one match that was built for this pay-per-view, and that was built well,
of the entire pay-per-view,
it was this one.
Of the entire pay-per-view, the only match that had any build.
The Nia Jax had to come in there being all strong and shit.
Bruh.
Busting her face open.
Bruh, I'm so sad. I'm so sad.
Shit. We ain't alone, brother. I'm sure we ain't alone on that one.
I'm so sad. So we both went with Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. I mean, we were both going to go with Ronda anyways, but...
Oh, no doubt.
I'm not sad about Ronda winning. I'm just sad about what could have been.
Yeah. Yeah. Filth.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
I might just turn that I might never watch that shit. I might just go fucking play some Red Dead, god damn it.
Oh my god, man.
I'm gonna watch it.
That is hilarious. So I'm looking at I'm tallying it up. I don't know if you were thinking this or not. So there's 7 Raw versus SmackDown matches. So the way I made my picks was that it's got to go 4-3.
Oh yeah.
And it looks like we both have Raw winning 4-3.
Really?
We got there in different ways, but the only 2 givens, of course, were Brock Lesnar and Ronda Rousey, right? They're going to win it. So you have Brock Lesnar, Ronda Rousey, the Raw women, and Seth Rollins, making it 4-3 for Raw. I have Brock Lesnar, Ronda Rousey, the Raw men, and AOP.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. We both have them going 4-3. We got their different routes to come to the same conclusion. But yeah, man. What a way to get here.
Yeah, no shit, man.
What a way to get here.
What a time.
What a time. What a time. This next this show in War Games is definitely going to make waves as far as our prediction numbers. I'm looking forward to the weekend, man. I might turn my phone off.
Man, you ain't lying.
I might just let it die.
Man. Yeah, fuck it, man. We got all this shit coming on. Hell.
Dude.
Between this and damn being an outlaw, fuck, we ain't got time for fuck, do it, son.
Craft me up some poison arrows.
Man, you got poison arrows? I ain't got no poison arrows.
I ain't got them yet, but I got some herbs to make them. Or rather, poison throwing knives. But either way.
Hey, damn, all right.
I don't even use the throwing knives.
Nah.
But it's all good. I like the bow and arrow. I kill mad animals with bow and arrow.
I need to start using that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Let's bring it back around, man. We got WarGames II on Saturday. We got Survivor Series on Sunday. We've got a weekend filled with great action. Both of these shows are going to be good. Build aside, they rely on their roster. They have a great roster. We're going to get 2 different types of wrestling shows. I am excited. And I think a lot of it is because of what we do, dog, here at the Hard Camera. We say it every show. We get each other excited for it, pause. I hope we get our listeners excited for it, pause. It's what we do it for. It's the Hard Camera.
Bingo.
Yeah, I mean, Any final thoughts?
Oh, sorry. Getting each other hyped, getting everybody else hyped for this.
That's what it's for, man. That's what it's for. We're an entire nerd community. Speaking of nerd community, I should take this time to salute a fallen legend in Stan Lee.
Yes.
Who we recently lost earlier this week. You know, I myself, I was never really a comic book guy, right? A lot of the stuff that people would consider quote unquote nerd culture, Pokemon, Digimon, Magic the Gathering. I mean, I had interest in comic books, but I don't know anything. I don't really know the lineage of the Marvel Universe like that. But I know the impact that this
movies
man,
are dope.
Yeah. I know the impact that this man had on so many people. His goal as far as putting a lens on society through the art of graphic novels. A lot of people I do know, they truly felt like a part of them is lost.
Oh yeah, I mean, shit, dude. I've still got good friends that still read comics. I mean, I'm 29, and I mean, shit. You know, I mean, I got friends that are in their 30s that still read comics and shit. And I'm pretty sure they're still gonna read comics till the day they die.
Yeah. I've got, friends and coworkers upwards of their mid 50s who are really feeling this loss and really feel like part of them is missing. Multiple performers that we talk about each show feel this loss.
So big bummer, man.
It is, man. So while myself, and I'm speaking for myself, while I wasn't the biggest comic book guy, I understand. I feel for those who feel anything toward the loss of this legend. Recognize the legend. This is my Marvel universe.
Yes. Yeah.
So
these are superheroes.
Absolutely. I who put a lens on society. In their own way, not in the same way as Stan Lee, but we take this universe and we put a lens on it through society's lens. It all correlates. All this shit counts, man.
Fucking right, man. That's nice.
All this shit counts. Salute to Stan Lee. Salute to the listeners for rocking with us, man. Episode 22. We a year deep, bro. With much more to come, man.
Air 5.
Facts, man. Any final thoughts regarding NXT WarGames II and Survivor Series?
We're in for a hell of a ride.
Hey, that's a great way to put it, man. Let them know how they can reach you on the social medias, Brody.
Yeah, you guys can find me on Snapchat under Moffed Up 316. You can find me on Twitter at King Moff. You can also find me on Instagram at AMofffucker.
Yes, sir. Hit me on Twitter, man, at Juvie Desayuno, JUVIDESAYUNO. The Instant Grams at JUVIDESAYUNO. Of course, Mixcloud Juvie on Twitter. They'll hit you with the live commentary. They should be up, man. They should be focused for War Games. Hit you with live commentary for War Games, live commentary for Survivor Series, as well as updates on our picks and our pick percentages. Check out Facebook.com/Juve. We got mad ways to be accessible, man. We can be touched. We can be touched out here. But in the meantime, I hope y'all enjoyed the show. We will be back next week. We're figuring out our recording schedule next week being Thanksgiving, but we still gonna hit y'all with it, man. As you sleep off and recover from your plates on plates, we're gonna be right here for you, man, with another episode. All the fixins, man. That might be the title of the next one, dog. We might already got it. All the fixins, B. Until next time, I'm your boy Juve. That is Big Ren the Legendary, and we are the Body Donnas.
Adios, amigos.
Salute.